Mike's on. Okay, we'll go ahead and bring the Board of Works meeting to order. Will you both give me a chance to review the minutes from the previous meeting held on September 3rd?
Yeah, I'll make a motion to accept the minutes as emailed.
Second.
Motion second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, same sign. Okay. Colton's here. I think he's here for a recommendation from the bid that we received for the building.
Yes, we were able to look at that. The architect looked at that, and then last Friday the EDC board gave a vote to bring that back and recommend that we move forward with the bid that was received from Lumberloss.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you doing the bid with both, or with the other option too, or?
That would be the question. In the MOU that we had signed with the city, that option was the EDC would go up to not to exceed 25,000. So there's an additional 21, I think, something on that the city would be. We could renegotiate that, I guess, if the city would like, but that's additional to what the original MOU had outlined with the EDC for that option.
What was the total amount for that option?
46.
227.
Okay.
I mean, the space isn't very functional to the city without the improvements being done.
Right.
That is for the back garage area.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And we don't have, I think, unfortunately, in here kind of a detailed line item of what makes up that 46,000, where we could say, okay, we may not need that line item or this line item. We don't have that, but we could probably request that.
Did you say the EDC did 20 up to 25?
Yeah, that's
Our
what
MOU.
the EDC would pay for that back portion of 25,000.
What you guys thoughts? What do you want to do?
I don't know what was the additional? Was it for garage doors or lighting or?
It
Yeah, garage
encompassed-
door lighting, the roof on that back building being redone.
The addition of the garage door and the exterior door, interior lighting. I think the door between the interior and that garage is encompassed in the base pricing.
Mm-hmm.
But it was the recommended improvements needed for it to be usable for the city, for storage areas, and for kind of access to stuff used on Madison Street Plaza a lot.
Okay. So that would need council approval anyway if we're going to take on the additional funds, right?
Correct.
If we had the funds to do the main part, I guess I'd make a motion to move forward with that part of the contract, and then maybe just review this one so we know exactly what the specs are of the second. It's a separate option, I think.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
That would be my preference. If you all don't want to make a decision on an option, at least approve the base so that we can get that going. And then I can come back. I'm going to be back in 2 weeks anyway. I can come back with maybe some more information.
I think I have the specs too. I can look them over. I just not sure what to.
Okay.
I agree.
So do you want to make approve the main part of the bid and then look more at the alternate?
Yep, I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
Okay, motion is second. Any more discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Okay.
Perfect.
get moving on it.
All right. Do you want me to just reach out to you on that option to look at the specs? Or-
I think I have them. I can look at them, but I guess then we just got to figure out how
And I
to pay
have
for
them too. If they don't, I can forward them out.
Could we get another bid on it, on that back part? I mean, is that,
it. Yeah, I don't remember exactly what it is, a roof and
I don't know, garage door,
But I don't
main
think we
door?
were finished on anything on the inside.
I don't, we'd have to look at it again. Okay.
I'll shoot you an email out next week and just follow up with you. So you have time to look at it and we can determine where to go from there.
Okay. All right, thanks, Colton. Okay. Jenny, you have an update on the, no?
I think it's for council.
Is it going to be council?
We'd rather have council.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, Ian, do you want to talk about the TIF run?
Yes.
An update?
So, I spoke with Tim Berry, or emailed him, regarding obtaining a quote. He indicated that at least the primary or initial purpose could be done for a not-to-exceed amount of $5,000 to do the TIF run associated with the Riverfront Development Project. I would request authorization to move forward. I don't have a formal engagement letter yet, but to keep the project moving, I would ask for permission to go ahead and enter into that engagement letter for an amount not to exceed, at least in the initial scope of the work necessary to get the TIF run done for that project.
Okay.
We need a motion then.
Please.
Yep.
I'll make a motion to accept that.
Second.
Okay, motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, same sign. Okay. I have a letter here I need to make a matter of record. Colin Torson, who is now a reserve officer with the police department, is going to resign from that position because he's taken a full-time position with the county sheriff's department. I will turn in my firearms and other equipment as soon as I am able to. Is there anything we need to discuss on that? Okay.
I'll make a motion to make the letter matter of record.
Second.
Okay, got a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. I guess one other thing we have, we have a quote to redo the electrical on Madison Street Plaza. We've had tons of issues with the way that electric was run down there, the way they ran it all in series. No, and it's, you can't put much on them, right? They just blows fuses or whatever and breakers, the GFI. So I don't know if you want to talk about it a little bit.
Yeah, last concert we had with the hospital, a lot of senior citizens were under the back of the tent. It was 86, 87, 88 degrees. I got a fan with the mister for the elderly and put it at the back of the tent, ran it over to try to plug it into the closest box. We have 6 of those planter boxes on each side of the plaza, 3 on each side, north and the south, and then 3 on each side, north and south, on the east and west end. So there's 12 total. I talked to Jeff Sheets, the fire chief, about it. You know, I said, man, these things are all on GFCI breakers. We've never, even at Christmas time when we bring in the Santa Claus house and try to plug in the LED Christmas lights, it pops the breakers, and we got to run cords all the way from the alley on dedicated, 100-foot cables, and it just looks trashy. I'm afraid it's going to be a tripping hazard. So he said, well, I got a guy in the fire department that's an electrician, could take a look at it for you. It was James Clark, who I went and then checked with Kevin to make sure that it would be one of those non-conflict of interest.
He has a form turned in.
And I asked him to give us a bid on, go look at it. He did 2 days ago, and found out that there were 3 of the GFCI breaker or plug-ins that were screwed up and rusted, and that it had been wired and it's a daisy chain deal, but the wire was thick enough. But if he could run the hotline to each one of them, if it tripped, it wouldn't trip all 6 of them at each end of the plaza. And I asked if the line and the wire was sufficient to take care of, the lights that we use, the LED lights that we use for Santa Claus house and the decorations on the end of the plaza. And he said, yeah, it's plenty of wire and it's plenty heavy. I asked him to turn in a bid to get it in for us tonight before the meeting, and he did that. And then I called him after we got the bid, and he explained it to me. There's also a on the back panel that it was on a 30 amp circuit, and it was a little bit undersized, and he was concerned about it was a 110 outlet on a 30 amp breaker, so he was going to change that around also. The quote had wiring, the labor, and I think it was 3 outlets, and I highly recommend it. We can't use any of that for anything. I mean, you can't plug a fan into it. So
Right.
I think it's something we've been dealing with ever since the plaza was built, and I think if he can get it fixed right, I think we'd be better off.
Yep. So that quote is for $975.
He said it would take him basically one day when he's not working on the fire department to take care of it. I've seen him work before, and he's good.
Yep. $975.
I'll make a motion to move forward with repairing the electric on Madison Street.
I'll second.
Okay, motion is second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Okay. Crow doesn't have to do anything on the Board of Works, right? It's all council.
The council.
Do you have anything else for Board of Works?
I don't know.
How you want to do this, so we can get out of this meeting and talk about that.
Right. Do you have anything else for Board of Works? Okay.
I'll make a motion to adjourn the works meeting.
I'll second.
Motion is second to adjourn. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, same sign.